Your style and your flavor make the city rock. They must say the season come out with a bang. Coach Minzy, best round here. Remember that. Your style and your flavor make the city rock. They must say the season come out with a bang. Coach Minzy, best round here. Remember that.
Reggae Boyz fans, Happy New Year. When I was yellow, kind of under the weather, but this is what is known as the cataract takeover. This is when the ultras take over. Big up the whole team cataract. One them are rolling. See what go on. Big deal Ian. You're there first. Issa Allen, Detta Boss, Lee Young, DJ Liverpool Romain. Sound dead. Yeah, man. No, my sound though. We deal with that song. Check it out on YouTube. Deal with that song. Grimy over the weekend. Ian Campbell. You know, so this is your topic, my brother. And I come bearing good news. And, you know, a clean heart and a pure in hand. So on a roll in the place 1-1-2-2. Kind of under the weather still because I tell you, say, you know, it's been about a year since I do this lifestyle where I play a dance every night and 2-3 party a day. Mash me up. Wicked. So, I try recover. Damian Brown, N9, big up yourself. Top 10, big up. J-Ross in my place. So, as you know, Coach's Desk is the credible place. Big up a lot of vloggers and thing, but we are giving you some proposition. And no, it's not COVID. It's not COVID. It's still a beat the Omicron. Cause you know, say always a big up Troutal, you know. Big up the farmer, them a Troutal. My little sister, I have a farm out at Troutal, Clarendon. So ever keep giving me the Artinique orange them. Keep my vitamin C up, you know. Richie Richards, what go on J? Gold JM. A court business, you know what go on? Hold on a real a blazer business, you know say? Or you know say man garms up, you know. Hold on. Since a blazer, you know say, what do you want blazer be? Shout out like your place stop there. We have to go talk, you know, shout out. We have to go talk, you know. Big up Danet Oldness. My sister for life. From England till now. You understand? Let me wear a jacket and do it right. One thing about cataract, you know, we no repeat clothes. You still a test me? You still a test me? Hold on. Who still a test me? Hold on. May I come again? Hold on. There, so make sure that shabby that sure. Pick up it. Pick up it, big leagues. Yeah, man. So I don't just jacket, you know, man. Aye. Where find DJ Romy, no man, Troutal, Clarendon, Northern Clarendon, near up past John's Hall, Sanguinetti, Christiana, that way. Yeah, man. Real country. Because the real countryman them. I get a check in. Where the countryman them there? The countryman them give you a check in, man. Give you a check the country people. Give you a check in country people. Where real countryman them there? Frankfield, yeah man, up from Frankfield at top 10. Give you the real countryman them, man. Big up you know the baller? Chris Dawes. Yeah man, that's the first baller I really pre when I come from Jamaica, we come from Clarendon. Big up Chris Dawes, the number 3. Real Reggae Boyz fans know them thing there. You understand? Big up a number 3, Chris Dawes. You know? Them time there was Galaxy. You understand? Till them turn it in a Portmore United and original Galaxy and Hazard. Hazard and Galaxy. That was my introduction to football. You know, when I come. So, yeah, man. No country people are there. Okay, beer tongue people say, Bravo Raid Squadron, send best for true. You know, say send best. My roots is my father's from Warminster in South East St. Elizabeth. St. Mary's, that's right near Hampton High School, Dalton District. Big up the St. Best massive. You understand? There you go. Better boss, you plant corn. Okay, well if you plant corn, you can reap corn. Big up Steer Town in the house. Big up Steer Town, Jack Kid, yeah man. Yeah, I still think that people still feel raw about that thing with Hazard and Portmore, you know, United, you know, taking it out of there, so, you know, there's still a little raw feeling, I still think, you know. Malvern, yeah, man, it's Allen. I mean, man, that's just down the road from the people, you know. Grandmother, you know, plant family, them plant pimento. So that's where my father, that's where I come from, you know. Pimento, that was a livelihood, send the children to school, you know, so that they could become an economist and these things, you know. Cause big up all the real farmer them, the people that come from farming. Because some of them little youth, they need to go back to farming, you know, put on the gun thing and the scamming thing and go plant, farm the land. That may I tell someone. That may I tell someone can get a good living from farming. Because out of just pimento alone, you know, and coffee. Pimento and coffee berry. I eat. So, pick up the item themselves. So what we have here, sir, is credible information that 2 players are at the end of the process of their passports and could be ready. Big up Woodall, that's up in our rural Clarendon. And one of those players is in a critical position that Jamaica needs to have a real impact. And that is the CDM position. The truth of the matter is that you are certainly going to see, and I point out, the best of Anthony Grant. And when I come and just talk with water in my mouth. But Anthony Grant, if we are being truthful, is really at the end of his playing career. Let us be factual. He's at age 35 now. I think this will be his last or second to last contract, but he's putting his all into making Jamaica qualify for World Cup 2022. But there needs to be some succession planning and there needs to be some look at where we get in the middle of the park. The combination used by former coach Whitmore of Grant and Javon Watson on a combined age of nearly 75 years old and 73 years old in the middle of the park. So, truth of the matter is, we need to look at that because we have a soft underbelly. before Anthony Grant came in, the middle of Jamaica was a soft underbelly. And needing 18 points from 6 games, or 15 points to get to 4th place, or 18 to get to 3rd, we can't have weaknesses. So, in come the man from the West Midlands, David Davis. I'm want to yell up all the man them that had anything to do with David Davis's whole coming around to Jamaica, right? I'm going to have to big up and say big up to Ian Campbell. Because them man, they work hard. Them man, they work hard at this thing here. And he's a believer in a David Davis. Now, as I told people before, when I moved to England, I first lived at 154 Longley Road, 2 Things Southwest 17 in South London. But then after 2 years, I moved to Birmingham. And my cousins are major youth. Big up Roger Lawrence, Birmingham City supporter, you know. And those who know Birmingham City know about the Zulus. Serious set of man them. You understand? One eye Baz and the whole family. So Birmingham City has I have some affection and affinity to Birmingham City. And in truth, in the future and going forward, Birmingham City, Aston Villa, and West Bromwich Albion are going to be 3 clubs that Jamaica will get some of its overseas born talent from. Right? And that's because Birmingham is a city where is a massive Jamaican diaspora in Birmingham. Massive. And it's concentrated in that Birmingham metropolitan area. And so the children of these Jamaicans and grandchildren, for example, Tash Baller, go on YouTube and just search for Tash Baller, who is a young man about 14, 15, amazing skills, is at Birmingham City Academy. You're going to find a lot of Jamaican children at the Birmingham City Academy. And there's also some smaller clubs like Walsall, Wolverhampton in that area. So, leader, let me see what the people are saying. David Davis's passport, I am reliably informed, is at its conclusion. And what happened in the passport process, it have to go in our FedEx bag and go back to England. That takes about 7 days. So I would expect David Davis to have his passport before the middle of the month, which is the deadline that you have to submit to clubs to call up the player. I am reliably informed also that I said that the Mari Grey Zone is at the end of the process, right? Big up the people, big up the workers at Pika. Big them up. At Pika. Big up those at RGD that have to deal with the birth certificate thing, right? You are important stakeholders in the whole process of getting the best Jamaican players on the field. Above and beyond managing consulting, big up on yourself. Kyle, big up yourself. Hold on. What do you think a coach means you're running today? When I come from my live and I get some breaking information and I like up the live? Kyle, tell me what's going on around there, Kyle. How much people around there and let me know. because this is not a ramping. I will send my dogs around there. Come check them out. Because some, you see the people that might come on the program them and do not like up the live. When you come in like the man them, people who know the man them used to come and dance and stand up outside and dance and listen to music and don't pay for come in. Or the scumming them will stand up with them two and in them pocket and don't support the bar. That's what they come in like. Please, when you come in, like the video. If you're not a subscriber, hit the subscribe button, hit the post notification button. Big things are going to be coming. Right now, Cataract, may I look, may I try it? Hold on, wheel up. President, the JFF and the people who report to the JFF on these things. I will be livid. I am going to Panama. The ultras are going to Panama. We need to hear how the ticket go on the charter flight because the whole flight not full. So we need to know how much we have to pay. And we are coming to Panama because the boys will not be alone. They are not going into battle alone. I mean, don't need no visa for Panama. May I dead up on my ears. All right. Don't talk. Ethel Campbell, big up yourself. Big deal, Ian. So some might have 14 days. 14 days. Smetic. Let me tell you, Smetic, David R. And my family run Mary Hill Social Club, you know. Black Country. There's a Smetic Black Country. Big up the whole Dudley. Big up Smetic. What they call Concrete Jungle. We know about them places, man. Big up yourself. The Black Country that the house. You see what I say? So people, but so I'm breaking news too. Got the studio ready. So don't feel like I know my echo chamber. You understand? Big up KFC. Right? Big up KFC. All right. So let me tell you what's up. Let me tell you what's really up. I had overlooked David Davis in terms of when I was really looking at CDMs. David Davis, otherwise known as Digger. So I don't need no name, I have a name already. Digger. And he is a full CDM. You understand? Because I'm read thinking about it come up through Walsall. As I told you, that Walsall and Wolverhampton are clubs in and around on what you would call the suburbs. Walsall and the suburbs of Birmingham. To the north, I lived in Sutton Coldfield, so Walsall is my little grown place. But he comes from a footballing family. His brother was Dion Scott, who played for Walsall, right? So he's footballing pedigree. That's what I want someone to understand. Footballing pedigree. So you have to put some respect on his name. Now, let me tell you what the difference is between David Davis and Anthony Grant. David Davis, Anthony Grant came from what you would have called the upward road. So he was not really non-league football, although he did have a couple of stints there, but he would have been coming from League 2, League 1, while Anthony Grant, Kevin Stewart, those CDMs, Lewis Baker, they are Premier League made. So they were manufactured and trained in the Premier League. Your Reese Oxfords of this world, they're trained in the Premier League. They have found themselves out of the Premier League, but they have that pedigree. And as I mentioned, Kevin Stewart, I just want to wish Kevin a full recovery. Because I feel it for no say, a fellow Jamaican not getting to exercise his full best because of injury. And I hope he recover for that injury. My information that I have is the breaking down, and I think coach did a video of it. JFF, you need to reach out to the players when they're injured, man, and give them a pep up, make them feel a little up, okay? Just try that, you see me? And seek a friend before you need a friend, when the players are down, reach out to them, bro. So, back to where we are. So you have two routes. You either come up the pyramid or you start at the top of the pyramid and somehow you find yourself down as you get older, which is the route of Anthony Grant. As you get older, you're in a league championship, then League One, then League Two at the end of your career. James Vaughan did the same thing. Good striker, have a Jamaican passport. Inexplicable why James Vaughan was never called up. He's retired from football now, but he was the golden boot in a League One or League Two, a Tranmere, I think he was at, So BNJ world, we always have a comedian in here, not because you see the jacket, I'll rub you out. So we should stop recruit some of these old rejected players. Why we can't get 20-year-old players from England? Yes, we can try to get 20-year-old players from England, and there are some ready. Cameron Archer, Keenan Davis, those have come on the various places. Deshaun Bernard, Demarni Mellor, those are on the book. These are the books of Manchester United. Deshaun Bernard. Simon talks about Ethan Laird, Cameron Bostwick Johnson. Brought at Manchester. Those are youngsters under 24 years old. So we can go and find those players. But the reality is that at 20, they have more options than the players who are slightly older. Now, when you're calling a man a reject, you're going to get under my skin and I'm going to beat you bad. On the issue of Ramsey at Aston Villa, the three players at Aston Villa, I'm openly saying to Leon Bailey, please facilitate the dialogue between the JFF, the head coach, and your three teammates at Aston Villa who want to represent the Reggae Boyz. Okay? Facilitate that dialogue. Meaning, get the man in the number, call up a coach and tell him, and do them something there. If not, them not take your game, because those are really for 2026, but they will start to get them passport and those things. They're not looking for coming right now. So don't be afraid. Do the right thing. Leon Bailey Baller, Cameron Archer, Keenan Davis, Jacob Ramsey and him little brother. Do the maths. Now, the issue of reject. Remember that, for example, Ben Godfrey is a Jamaica rejected. I remember saying link us at age 15 and then we rejected him. And Mikel Antonio is a Jamaican reject, actually. We looked at him when he was at Sheffield and we said he was no good or not good enough playing in the championship. So be careful how you use that word reject around, because one man's reject is another man's treasure. Digard is age 30, and that's a reasonable age for a CDM, because normally you become a CDM, you get at those ages where you run around less and you get more mature. If you look at Liverpool and James Milner, for example, where I got to tell you, James Milner still playing for Liverpool at the Premier League and he's almost up in those ages. So I want us to be careful about how we say you know, let us be careful. Let us be careful. Let me get some more comments. Because I'm really going to give you everything on David Davis. And let me tell you why I spoke to Anthony Grant and I said to him, you know, David Davis, you know, what you know this player, what you think about them. And he was full of praise. So they know the baller. Shrewsbury Town, you know, is one of Grant's old clubs. And he, in League One, last year would have played against the God. And he, if I have time for him, then, you know, I have to have time. I have to have time for him. Big man thing. Right? So, coach, is soon time to bring up the whole stats, you know. So he's a player that is starting for his club. That's Shrewsbury in League One. And I would not say to you or fool anybody that he has played this thing. He has played 19 League One games, scored 1 goal. He's played 2 games in the EFL Trophy. He has played 2 games in the EFL Cup, 1 game in the EFL Cup and 1 game in the FA Cup, all 90 minutes. Right? So he's starting fully for his club. And he plays as a central midfielder and twice as a defensive midfielder, meaning in front of the back four, and that's for this season. And if we look at last season, 2020 into 2021, he played 21 games because he was suspended for a long time. In 2020, he was suspended from the 12th of September all the way to the 4th of November. He served a suspension, right? There in the championship. And then in January, he came over, and that was with Birmingham City, right? He came over to the League One in January. So he has just come into League One. So he's not really a League One baller. He's been a Premier League player. And he pretty much has cemented himself in the side after a couple of substitute appearances. But overall, he played his game at defensive midfield and CM. Couple of games at right back, couple of games in right midfield. But, you know, overall is a defensive midfielder. He has 194 games for Birmingham City in the championship. So 194 games in the championship. And if you're talking about roughly 40 games per season, that would be about close to 5 years in the championship. He had 61 games for Wolverhampton Wanderers, also in the championship. And I have to check if they had made it to the Prem at any time during that time. And he went to Scotland as well, in the Scottish Premier League with Inverness, Caledonia and Thistle. So he's a player with a lot of games in his experience, right? So I have to give him a lot of respect in that light. So they hit the like button. So what did Anthony Grant say? Good baller. Those were the first words out of his mouth. Good baller, man. I know the brother. Play against the brother. Hard tackler. That was he sent a voice note to me. It's a hard tackler. Hard tackler. Big up Corner Shop TV. Hard tackler. Him say no to shift, man. So be able to get away from players in the middle of the park. And him say shoot a lot. He shoots. Does that sound like a player that would do well? We could do it in the Jamaican midfield? I know the leader said before that him come to take Grant's game. No man is given a game, brother. So every man have to come and train and earn the thing. So this is not about whether a man come for Grant game, because Grant have him game and Grant a play. And if the player comes and trains better and the coach sees something in him that Grant doesn't offer, so be it. But we are not parochial and we are not on nepotism. You get me? Certainly as a combination, he will work. But as always with Anthony Grant, he ever says with anything. But you know some rate speedy though. Love play with speed. Love to be on the team with Speedy. Because I want to mind Smutty. Right. So you have a lot of time for Devon Williams. A lot of time for him as a midfielder, Devon Speedy Williams, you know. But he said they got bring a different thing. Hard man in the midfield. He said, yeah, like me in my younger days. Real hard. So let me see, let me compare him to Grant. What do you think about that? Is that somebody that we need in the middle of the field? Is that somebody who we need in the middle of the park? Let us know. Let us know. And Anthony Grant played for Shrewsbury Town in 2018, 2019. So it would be a setup that he's familiar with. And we look at the thing there. Granted, I love play. No. I fix up myself. Lloyd O'Connor, what you said, that is Isaac Hayden. Our understanding is that the pursuit of Lloyd O'Connor, let me just say, my information is that the coach has called Isaac Hayden and Lewis Baker. They have taken the telephone call, but some we don't gear out people. I have no information what message or what conversation they had, but I know the call. So the man them never declined the call. Yeah. So I think Paul Hall knows that he needs a CDM. Unfortunately, the other CDM that I had my eye on Jamaica, and I don't know the Gozo thing, I don't know, brother. Tashan Oakley Booth, who is at Stoke City, who was keeping Jordan Cousins out of the team. He broke his back, apparently. He broke his back. So not likely to be, he won't be ready before the end of the qualifiers. Broke his back. I don't know about people saying that David Davis is not good. David Davis has weaknesses. Let me just tell you that right off the bat. But which football player doesn't? So make a chat you a man thing, no? Let me send my coach that a link and let me share a link, coach. Let me share let me share a screen. Chrome tab. Coach, I said there's something to share. So that's the update. When coach somebody like so David Lowell Davis, born 20th of February 1991. So David Davis, your company birthday, come put in a goal for Jamaica in the February round of matches. That may I tell you, brother. I send a message out. 5'9". So some would say diminutive. He's shorter than Grant. Shorter than Jordan Cousins. But more the end goal, it can take style of CDM rather than the Matic style of CDM. He has played 19 games so far in the league this season. Coach, it can make it bigger for the people and to see it, coach. They can take me off a screen, just make it big, coach. The studio is ready. So come Friday, you will see this. No echo. No echo. Okay. No echo like Eccleston. Big up Theodore Eccleston with more, 19 games played, and he has started all 19 games. Played 1,664 minutes. That's a lot of football under his belt. When you tell me how I want it, when I want the overall or I want the per match. Tell me how I want the something. Or you want me to drop the stats too now? Per match or overall? Kyle Walker-Peters, I understand that it wasn't from coach, that it wasn't such a positive conversation when the JFF finally contacted him. Some badness are going on in there, so you understand? No, I already gave the update, Devon. Although you know link me, but me have my source. The passport should reach him. So let me do overall and then we do per match. Ball recoveries, 111 times he has recovered the ball, 819 touches in 19 games. He has lost possession 181 times. Scored 1 goal. It was a left-footed goal, and it's a conversion rate of 50%. That means he has taken 2 shots and scored. He has created 8 big chances, attempted 613 passes at a passing accuracy of 76%. So he's below Anthony Grant in that respect, in terms of passing, and certainly below Lewis Baker. He has attempted 2 crosses, but they're not successful. But he's a central midfielder, so he's not supposed to cross the ball. 1 through ball attempted, he has had 2 successful layoffs. Those would account for like the big passes. In the opposition half, he has 229, and I'm going to right, and if you look at his passing, 229 in his half, completed passes, 237 in his own half, so he's fairly equal. He operates in both halves of the game, right? Just about a 10 pass difference. 207 forward passes, 115 back pass. So it's not a brother where pass the ball back. You understand? Not a brother where pass the ball back. Coach, big up the full screen and take me off your screen for a minute. People them can get these statistics and we can see what's up. Lost possession, we're going to look at what it means because everybody loses possession. You know what I mean? It's not like you don't lose possession. His take on, he has completed 4 take-ons. Made him try for dribble pass, and he is that's at a 67% rating. He has won 17 fouls and conceded 28. He has contested 54 aerial duels and won 48% of them. Him being only 5'9". Ground duels, he has contested 101 and successful at 50%. He's had 28 clearances, 38 interceptions, 6 blocks, 4 clean sheets, and there were 21 goals conceded when he was on the park. Unfortunately, he's had 1 yellow card and 2 red cards for the season. That is the issue. Yeah, DS Electronics, blessed for the new year. So really, at the red card business are the problem, brother. That's a cause for concern. That is the red flag. Can't be the red flag. And if you look at just Grant has only played 5 games, 417 minutes. He has had 5 starts, and then inexplicably just benched because he has come to represent Jamaica. And in those 5 starts, Grant had 309 touches, recovered the ball 25 times, lost possession 57. Grant never had any goals. He created 3 chances, 232 passes attempted, 193. So Grant is at 84% passing accuracy versus David Davis, who is at 76. So the man was saying way better than Grant. I tell him, say, you better ask Christ. Grant attempted 3 crosses and 1 was successful. Crossing accuracy, of course, 33%. Grant had 3 successful layoffs in the 5 games versus 2 in 19 for David Davis. 78% 78 passes in the opposition half and 106 in his own half. Grant had 76 forward passes and 49 back passes. So basically, the 2 players, Grant and David Davis, pass in similar fashion. They are not they don't pass the ball back. When they're playing for their clubs, they look to progress the game. So the people that did say Grant can't pass the ball for it is how Jamaica deployed him. And so I am hoping that under Whitmore, what we saw, that we may see something different under Coach Paul Hall, and that we don't need to kick the ball over the top. You can give the ball to the CDM and let the CDM distribute the ball. 86% passing accuracy, you can trust that, right? Grant had 1 take on at a 50% rate, so he took on, attempted to dribble twice, was successful once. Grant won 19 fouls in 5 games. The Digger only won 17, and Grant committed 6 fouls. So basically, Grant just committed 1 foul per game, right? 5-game, 1 foul per game, and winning approximately 4 fouls per game. Grant contested 14 aerial duels and won 64% of his aerial duels. He contested 47 ground duels and won 64%. So that is 64% success at ground duel versus 50%, 51% for Digger, for David Davis. And 64% aerial duel success versus 48% for David Davis. Grant had 11 clearances in the 5 games, 4 interceptions, no blocks. And 2 of the 5 games, he kept a clean sheet. And in the other 3 games, only 3 goals were conceded. Grant picked up 2 yellow cards in the 5 games. So, as the man then get to digest that, Dean Fraser, Team Cataract, what the man ever said? Cyan Boy, the whole Team Cataract up in the building. My worry really is Devon. And Owen. Will his kind of hard man style fit in the CONCACAF? Fabian Full, please let's not go there because I can go pull up Grant's stat from last season when Grant was in League One and we can compare them. Grant is a better passer of the football. Grant is a better distributor of the football and wins more aerial duels and ground duels. He's a cleaner tackler than David. Right? So let us just stick to the facts. A Sir P in I place, Politics Watch. So Devon, in terms of speaking to, yes, but styles win matches. So Devon, tell me what's your view about the red card situation with Digger. Although to be fair to him, so he has overall in his career, right? He has been sent off 6 times. He has gotten a straight red once. That was in League One, so that is this year. And he has gotten in terms of competitive matches, he got 1. So he has had 14 Premiership games. So he has played more Premiership games than Granty, right? And he got 1 red card in the Premier League, 1 red card in 2 red cards in League 2 and 1 red card in the Championship. And 2 red cards. But here the other problem. So he's had 6 red cards and 84 yellow cards. Six red and 84 yellow. Tell me what do you think about that? I'm going to be fair and give you a comparative look overall at careers. Although Grant has been playing for a lot longer time. So the overall Sir Granty. And so in terms of Grant's career, in 662 games, Grant has been sent off 8 times. He's had 2 straight reds and 6 yellow and red. So 2 in 622 versus 6 in 387. So he has played like half the games of Grant and has been sent off the same approximately the same number of times. And Grant has 157 yellow cards in 622 games. Grant has scored 27 goals, has 27 assists and 22 goals. Digger has scored 11 goals, 15 goals and 11 assists. So the truth is that if they are deployed correctly, both Grant and David Davis are goal-scoring CDMs. So let me take some questions. Damian Brown with a 9 says, a Browning or is a N9? You're from North London, brother. Said he's perfect for what we need. Grant is no gentleman. No, Grant is not a gentleman at all. Owen. And it's true, he does not have the legs to do it all the time. I've never had that. The discussion that I had with women is not that Grant is not 17 or 25 anymore, right? So he has transformed and matured into the type of CDM that he is, right? The issue, Kyle, that we're saying to you is that CDMs are a prized package, and nearly half of the CDMs who are Jamaican, they are injured. You know, you said you find one at Stoke City and the man break him back. I don't know Rasta. I don't know where I do, but him broke him back. There's a young man, Elijah Dixon Banner at Liverpool, that we could look into. Jamaica could get ambitious and try Curtis Jones at Liverpool. He's not in the mix for England. I don't know. I can look up the stats for Joey Desert. You want me to do that? I should be able to get some stats for Joey Desert. I've never seen. I have to confess and say I've never seen this player play, so I'm just reading stats. I don't have any eye test. What? Yeah, somebody ever tell me how to spell the name, because Desert. I'm not picking it. Oh. Let me see. Joseph Desert. So we have to give them the right name, you know. Okay. So we want the stats on Joey Desert. He said, Siobhan Gibbons said, obviously Grant isn't a goal-scoring DM. I mean, which players now gonna have a bunch of goal and assists who plays 100 games? Many. Grant chips in with his goals, 1 or 2 for the season, and that's about as much as you need from your CDM. Because what you want with that is that at least in one of the games the CDM produces. So no, he's not a goal-scoring machine, but he puts in. Thank you, John Doe. I found him. Thank you, everybody. So let me give you. And this is from the just concluded MLS. So Joey Desert played 17 games. He had the Opta index of 100. An Opta index of 100, a performance index of 100. He played 17 games, 562 minutes. He started 7 of 17 games, so he was not the regular starter. He had 330 touches overall. He recovered the ball 42 times. Lost possession 44. Didn't score any goals. Created only 1 chance. So even though 17 games, he created 1 chance. Grant created 3. David Davis in 19 games has created 8 chances. Attempted 282 passes in 17 games. That's way less than the players in England. Completed 253, 90% passing accuracy. So Joey Desert's passing accuracy is 90%, which is above Grant at 84 and David Davis at 76. He attempted 10 long passes, of which 7 were successful, so 70%. Grant in the 5 games attempted 18 long passes at a 72% accuracy. And in the 19 games, I don't know, I go like this, David Davis attempted 91 long passes at a 56% accuracy. Right? Joy Desert, let's go through 107 completed in his half, 146 in own half, 60 forward pass, 37 back pass, 185 side ways passes, completed 246 short passes. So in terms of the tackling now, let's look at the 3 guys. 32 tackles in 19 games. Joy Desert had 17 games and only made 4 tackles. So it's safe to say Joy Desert is not a tackling machine. Anthony Grant had 10 tackles in 5 games. Fouls committed from attempted tackles. So 17 fouls committed from the attempted tackles. From David Davis. Anthony Grant only committed 2 fouls from attempted tackles. Joy Desert committed 8 fouls. Same 50% take-on rate. In terms of winning fouls, Joy Desert only won 4 fouls in 17 games. That's why it's that Grant, I won't go over it, but Grant won 19 fouls in 5 games. And David Davis 17 fouls. So in terms of dueling, contested 20 aerial duels and his success rate in aerial duels is 30%. So Joy Desert's success rate in aerial duels is way less than Anthony Grant at 65 and 48% for David Davis, so way less. Ground duels, Joy Desert won 27% of 37 ground duels. So he contested less ground duels. In 17 games, he contested 37. Anthony Grant contested 47 in 5 games at 64%. Joy Desert at 27%. And I told you David Davis, 101 ground duels, 50%. So only 2 yellow cards, same as Granty. 2 clearances, 6 interceptions, 3 blocks. And playing roughly around the same number of games, David Davis, 28 clearances, 38 interceptions, 6 blocks. So what you think? Joy Desert don't seem to be in the league of either Grant or David Davis. And he's playing in a lower league. And yes, Ian Hibbert, he goes into tackles more. He commits more fouls. He's not as clean a tackler as Anthony Grant. That's a fact. Yeah, but I'm to play like Peter Cargill football from yard and him not Anthony Grant them age. Or a young man for play like Peter Cargill. That does sound safe to me. Boss Thomas, that's who we're talking about. So let me check. No, man, it's CDM I talk about in general. CDM and Central Park, brother. Big up Phil Jones, straight team cataract. Big up yourself. Straight ultra. Big up Boss Thomas, you check in. Orlando City FC, that's correct. Fresh God and them, man. I want you to tell me all the likes them in the car. We are break down this player for you, because he looks likely to join the Reggae Boyz fold, or at least in the pool. Played 14 times in the Premier League. Way more than Granta. So let us know what you think in the comment section. I want to drill down on that ball on that possession last thing that was queried before. So I'm going to share another screen with you. We kind of drill down. Coach, I'll send you something for share, Coach. So this now is the man, David Davis. One of the nitty-gritty man, you know. Nitty-gritty. Do the dirty work. Right? If you can see, you can see from the heat map, a lot of his work is done between the 18-yard box and the halfway line. Boss Thomas, a CDM is hard to find around the world, you know, not only Jamaica. We, in 2019, when Calvin Phillips was in the championship, Jamaica failed to get Calvin Phillips, even though Calvin Phillips was interested. So CDM is a position that is limited to find around the world. That's like finding a 20-goal a season striker. Pagan, you have to start watch the video from the start. The other reason that those who are eligible to represent Jamaica have long-term injuries. So Jordan Cousins is injured now and will not be expected to come back until May. Kevin Stewart is not recovering from his injury or keeps re-injuring himself and getting different injuries. I don't think it's out until when he will come back. But I am looking after March. I know Devon did run me down and I beat me, but I tell me say man I come back September. I'm tell you say my source them tell me say it didn't look pretty. And Tashawn Oakley Booth has broken his back. I don't know what the story is with Corey Smith at Swansea, but he's not playing regularly for Swansea anymore. So there. So people, what do you think about this heat? What do you think about this heat map? It doesn't venture forward a lot. The goals that he scores are long range shots. One of the reasons why you will not see anything for him in the opposition 18-yard box is because he's 5'9". So when they're taking corners, he's not in the opposition box fighting for corners. He's more on the halfway line to pick up the loose ball. So somebody asked who's the best CDM right now. The best CDM remains Anthony Grant. David Davis can play with Grant. Good approximation, in my opinion. But Grant is not here forever. Grant is at the end of his career. So let us just be frank. David Davis would have another 4 years, which would lead you to another World Cup cycle. But certainly at 33, in 2025, when we're going to be entering qualifying, he would be a senior man. Elijah Dixon Bonner at Liverpool. I think there's Reece Oxford. I haven't really tracked Reece Oxford recently. There's certainly Raheem Harper at Ipswich. There's Raheem Harper at Ipswich Town, formerly of West Brom. So let me check out these new comments. The other thing that I want people to note, is that when Grant plays for Jamaica, he plays on the left side of a double pivot. When he plays for his club, he plays on the right side. So he's playing slightly out of position now. Yes, it's my opinion. Ian Hibbert, I don't know. But Ian, so where you're basing it on? So you're telling me that a CDM with a passing accuracy of 76% is better than a CDM with a passing accuracy of... Well, let's just get up and make up these things in a bad man. Right? Of 84% CDM is not a better CDM than a CDM with a 676. A CDM that has 2 red cards and has committed how much more fouls? 28 to 6. No, man. The aerial dual success of David Davis is 48%. The aerial dual success of Anthony Grant is 64%. The ground dual success of David Davis is 51%. The ground dual success of Anthony Grant is also 64%. So how... I want Ian Hibbert to tell me how you get to that, my brother. How you get to that? Tell me how you get to your opinion. And I'm saying to you that David Davis is a decent CDM. Okay. Lloyd O'Connor, push Leon more into CDM. Those things can be looked at. Those things can be looked at because it's a difficult position. It's a real difficult position. So Ian Hibbert, I'm not hearing you telling me, how you come to the conclusion. Tell us how you came to your opinion. I have shared how I got to my opinion in terms of the statistics. So I would like to hear that. No, what I want to say to you is that, look, and I don't think it's one or the other. We don't have no whole bag of choice. No whole heap of choice. Right? So I am saying to you, as I've said since the time start, give me Lewis Baker or give me Isaac Hayden. That's my prayer. I'm understanding that Isaac Hayden may have gone and done surgery. I'm going to I just seen that I tried to check up on his news, right? But just follow me. And then now he's now in some quarreling with the people. Him saying that the players won't be pushed out to make room for January signings. So that's what I see in there. So there you have it. Isaac Hayden will miss the next 2 months after knee surgery. People, you heard that first on here. Coach's desk. Isaac Hayden has just undergone knee surgery. 1st of January. Out on 3 months. Damian Lowe is not excellent in any CDM position. Even Tapo Whitmore saw that. You guys are just, I don't know what game you were looking at. He was dragged out of position. He caused the shape of the team to break down. He did not play well as a CDM. Please. I wish people would stop saying that. He never played awful or badly, but he did not play well. Let's just get that. Yes, Lee Young, I'm about to get shubbed out. He want to play for Jamaica, be an international, and have that on his resume. But he's going to get shubbed out, I believe. There's the Croatian, I think Croatian, Eastern European CDM at Inter Milan that Newcastle are pursuing. Yes, he would be the best thing. Which joke you make, Kyle? Oh no, I'm gonna like them something the better car. Yeah, I tell you some man I take on man girl I take on cataract on Instagram. First of all, let me tell you something. All the players. Me not there on Instagram. So I don't see uno. I'm gonna see uno girl. I'm gonna see uno friend. I'm not there on Instagram. But people send me things. So how important is cataract that you have to talk to your girl about cataract? That she have to come on Instagram and I say cataract. And let's address that matter. I would like the JFF bald eagle, if you could put on your Facebook page or Instagram page, what were the criteria for Footballer of the Year 2021? Transparency. When coaches did his Footballer of the Year, it was a transparent voting process by the fans that everybody could see. So let us tell us how you came to that. Gary Lynch, big up yourself. Straight up. Warren Webster in the place. Warren, let me tell you, I think Andy just had the heart for it, you know. You understand? He just really had the heart for it and put himself there. So, people, when I see the thing, when I know the badness, David Davis, passport is to get in his hands. Let's put it that way. Not reaching him on yet. The Mary Gray passport, I understand. Yeah, that reach a FedEx. So soon get to him. And we are hoping that these footballers will get their passport within 14 days so that the JFF can call them up. Yeah, bro. If needed be. Because we still have to look at the match against Peru. And I'm sure Jamaica demolish Peru 3-0, 5-0, 4-0, 2-0. Some of those players might have a case to argue. I'm going to be looking at the CDMs. Kevin Shaw, I think that's the name, Kevin Shaw. Kevin Lambert, and see what else. Bolliker wants to know which league he plays for. David Davies, he plays for Shrewsbury Town in League One, Bolliker. Welcome. Bolliker, I see a baller post. Me never post about it yet. Let me see my post about me. So first of all, let me just say this. It would be ridiculous for Anthony Grant to be the JFS Football of the Year, having joined the program in September, i.e. the last quarter of the year. So that would be ridiculous. So no, I'm not crying because Anthony Grant is not the Football of the Year. No. What I am saying though is that, as we said, Andre Blake would be the Football of the Year. Made a number of miraculous saves and kept us in many games. Andrew Nicholson spit. Yes, cataract. This is the cataract takeover. So David Davis, Birmingham, big up all the Birmingham City Zulu them. You know the man them are gonna be proud. One Eye Baz. The whole of the man them. Boss Elite, Yardley, Erdington, the whole of them sides there. Hockley, Digbet, the whole of them side there. So yeah man, we say Birmingham City. You understand? Nichills. Yeah. I wanna run to get a man about hate. I hate man, brother. I can't say, but him can play sound. Him can play sound. Him can play sound. Him can't stop the food out of my mouth. I hate the fact that he misses so many chances. That's what I hate. Yeah, Answorth, but una West Brom on support, you know. Answorth. Remember say Answorth and Vincent Green and them places. Answorth Wood. Over there, so I say West Brom don't. Yeah, man. The Burger Bar. Youth them. Burger Bar over Answorth. You know what I say? And big up the Johnson family there over Erdington. Man and man for live together. You them for stop war. So Baller Curry, you want to tell us how Boza got Ball of the Year? And calm before me just make it into a scandal, you know. Don't make me scandal it, you know. Because Andre Blake, certainly even Damian Lowe, Devon Speedy Williams, all these players have a shout. Yeah, it's the kind of man that if you wouldn't want to buck him up in a dark alley, except that him smart, him short. But I want them short man that have a short man syndrome. You know what I say? There's a Kingston 6P, but a Villa you think there. They're over the up you villains. Up you villains. Yeah. Pick up my cousin Sandra Lawrence, you know what I say? You know, say Aston Villa, a fair place, a fair thing that, you know. Been to Villa, been to the ground, you know. But I didn't have the atmosphere. I went in the Royal Box, but didn't have the atmosphere. When I went to Birmingham City, I really feel the rugged atmosphere. You know, have the chicken pot pie, you know, and bit of lager. Yeah, man. Yeah, Birmingham City. So I was saying earlier, Kings and Six. I was saying the four players at Aston Villa. Liam Bailey need to direct them as to how they can contact JFF because they have come out in video and said they want to play for Jamaica. So. But I did a video today with IMAX it and said, if God could have given me two players, you know, to level up. But I still think there are other right backs, you know. So if Kyle Walker-Peters don't want to come again, don't want forward, try Alan Origany over at Grasshopper and just try people, bad man, till you get where you want. James Justin start back training. Look here, when a man get a award and thing, I don't fight them. CONCACAF first team right back is Albus Powell. Congratulations, Albus. You fooled somebody, but you don't fool me. Jason Parkinson, I think part of it is that he's not fully fit. I think the other part of it is that he tries too hard. He just needs to simplify the game, use his pace, use his teammates around him, rely less on trickery. But then again, if you're playing on the right wing and Albus is your buddy, how did what happen, Brian Burke? Tell me. Owen, League One a joke this. Oh, guy. Bolliker. Good night. Bolliker, me have a link at Bellevue now, you know. But warn him, have a link at Bellevue. Me will send them come scoop you, medicate you. Bolliker, I want you to name 2 central defensive midfielders in Jamaica who can play at international level or even play at League One level. Please and thanks. Okay, Bolliker. Gary Lynch, very good question. Very good question. Brian Burke, I don't know. Brian Burke, Alva's making team of the year. All I can say is that Jesus said that we would see miracles when the end of time is near. So I go to church and confess to the sins. Scratch off win. Big up yourself, Team Cataract. You want to call in on the show? No, this is a Cataract show. I do not converse with madmen. Yeah, I don't do it. This is a madman-free 2-hour show. I'll come with the madness. Where I come from? Type in this and type the name of 2 CDM. If you type the name of 2 CDM, I make code, send you a link and you come by yourself and come deal with me. Name 2 CDM that are League One quality. Big up Lloyd O'Connor. Dejon Anderson, right back. He's playing in Serie B on loan. I believe that the other 2 right backs in Europe are better than he is. Alan Origini at Grasshopper and Denzel Hall at Feyenoord. I believe they are better right backs. That's my take. Devon Speedy Williams and Kevin Lambert. Are you nuts? Kevin Lambert cannot even come out of the USL. So what are you talking about, bro? Did you see Kevin Lambert versus Japan under 23? And Speedy Williams is not a CDM. So you're killing yourself, son. You're killing yourself, Bolliker. Devon Speedy Williams is not a CDM. Devon Speedy Williams. You just killed yourself. I don't even need to do it. Fresh God, tell me how the likes thing going, brother. Me a man, me a ramp with my thing, you know. I'm gonna take over the show, you know. And I own a ball for sure, you know. That me I tell someone, you know, where I come from. I want a ball and beg coach for the show. Cataract there, so I lead out the thing. But I will check myself. I don't want a man tell me nothing. 158 watching. Big up on yourself. You understand? Big up on yourself. And 142 likes. All right, me a jappy like 143. Yeah, my like thing have up, brother. Me not a ramping thing, we don't know. Feel like where I'm from. Bournemouth agreed. Ethan Laird. Yeah, they recalled him from Swansea. I don't know what that was all about. I think they said that Bournemouth is going to pay a higher loan fee. So it's all about the money, right? Kevin Williams, big up yourself. Bolliker, I said he is not a CDM. Devon Speedy Williams. Everybody knows that. So please name 2 CDMs in Jamaica. Is Devon Speedy Williams playing in Jamaica? Is Kevin Lambert playing in Jamaica? Seriously? Seriously? But you want to stay Jamaican born. Okay. So let's get xenophobic. Let's put on the blinkers. Blinkers. Let's put on the blinkers. Bolliker, explain to me why Kevin Lambert and Speedy Williams, although I know why Devon, because Devon don't want to leave, but explain why Kevin Lambert can't come out of the USL and even go to the MLS, much less League One. And Manning's man, I'm calling you out. You need to come on the program because I watched a program with you on Formula Sport where you proceeded to dig up the Maccabee Bible and tell people that the USL is ranked above League One and League Two, ranked above League Two and just one below League One, and a little under the Scottish League. We need to have a talk, my brother. We need to have a talk. because I've got my rankings. I tell you them, me had a research boss, you know. When I don't try them things, I have a research thing on this track. So man is man, the next time I bucket day shall be a clash. So you better come with Jesus. I tell people about USL is above League 2. No, it's not. Thank you, Andrew Smith. I told him playing in Jamaica, he ignored that part of it. A yard baller them. Well, guess what, baller Kerr? David Davis is a yard baller. Because guess what? He has his citizenship. He's not having passport, but he having citizenship. So he's a yard baller. Take that one. Bow. Bow. Don't be that your big head. So David Davis is a yard man. Yes. What do you have to say about that, baller Kerr? What do you have to say about that? He has his citizenship. I can report that he has his citizenship, people. He may get the passport, the blue book part yet, but he have the citizenship. So he is a Jamaican citizen, aka a yardman. And I said, name me 2 CDMs playing in Jamaica. What is wrong with you? We've been at this. We've been at this, but you know it's a time longer than rope though. Because Peru is waiting just around the corner. So you keep going on about that Kevin Lambert thing. You keep going on. Oh, God. I can't take it. I can't take it. Tell me 2 CDMs currently plying their trade in Jamaica. It's not that hard, bro. You told me that. Me can name it too, you know. But name 2 who are able to move to the United Kingdom League 1 now. I'm sure you'll be happy to do that next year. Sure you would be. You love Jamaica. Did you know that the great Dwayne Busy Campbell, who you raved about Ballaker when he went to Spain, is right down in the 4th division of Spain? Do you know that? Silly one, big up yourself. Ballaker for link you over IG. Tell us, man, make no link. But before the man ask Claudia or just for link him. Why Ballaker for link you over there? Ballaker, stay right here and take your beating. Stay right here and take your rub out. He doesn't even know that though, to even say that. And I would have been waiting for him because the same 4-1 USA game where him said Ethan Pinot no good, Kevin Isaacs was the CDM of record in that game. Least we forget. The leader, Raheem Harper. That's a good name. That's a good name. On the come up. That's a good name. But Raheem hasn't really been lighting it up in Ipswich though. It's a good name. A good youth. A good youth. But look, you waste my time. You can't even come up with 2 names. You waste my time. See all the leader come up with 2 different names. You hear me tell you about no JPL baller, me say yard baller. So JPL ballers are not yard ballers? I don't know. Just help me out. Help me out here. All right. So people, somebody asked a question earlier. What are my views on the 23-man squad? I spoke on Coaches S before, so I'm going to repeat it for those who are here. I'm 80% happy with this squad. I understand the purpose of the game. I'm happy that this game is taking places, that players on the fringe would be able to get to express themselves and give an account and allow the new coach to be able to see what they have to offer. I am disappointed that JFF seems to be speaking out of 2 sides of their mouth, because on the one side, they say this is a game. In a one report, they are quoted as saying that this is a game in which the players at Paul Hall isn't au fait with, AU space FAIT, au fait with, that those players, he will get a chance to see them. I think he's affair with Corey Burke. I think he's affair with Damian Lowe. I think he's affair with Javon Hacker-Watson. I think he's affair with Kemar Lawrence. So, and he don't know why they would be in a squad if we are looking for players that we are to sensitize the coach to. He knows everything Damian Lowe can do. He knows everything Kemar Lawrence can do. He knows everything Hacker can do. And he certainly knows everything Corey Burke can do. He's been around the squad since the Gold Cup. In terms of player selections, Coach Millie said he's not too perturbed. I am not too perturbed about it because there are some fresh faces around the thing. But I really have three major concerns. I think Dennis Taylor has been given a raw deal, and I would like an explanation as to why Dennis Taylor is not the starting goalkeeper in this Peru game as he was against Serbia. I would like to know. Really. I'm going to ask the hard questions. I promised Coach I'd behave on this live and won't bring his program into disrepute, so I'm not going to bring it into disrepute, okay? The second player, I think I would have loved to see Kyle Ming as a right back, and I don't know why we're carrying only one right back and one left back to make them play, make Taxi play 90 minutes. Last time he broke down, he was injured in the last game against USA. So to make Taxi play 90 minutes, come on, in a friendly match, does that make sense? Seriously? So I would have had an additional left back and additional right back to give cover so that they'd play 45 minutes, run out. So I would have wanted to see Kyle Ming of Cavaliers in the team. I know there are those who were crying for Nico Brett. They might have a cause, but Martin Davis and Norman Campbell, I don't know why they're on the edge of things. I don't know. So, but those are there. But certainly that at right back you could have taken Jimenez, who was a schoolboy at Jamaica College, played at Harborview, so he's certainly match fit and match ready. And that would be my take. So not much to take out of it. So I removed Hacker and included Andrew Vanzi as a CDM. He's a youth from Wholesome. Can't remember his name quite right now. You could have also looked at Pearson, if you're talking serious development for 2026 and exposing players to international. Pearson from Kingston College. There's a youth at Mona. I think he plays for Phoenix Academy, another central midfielder. Yeah, so a couple of names, but I really think the big mistake would have been Hacker, and that player should have gone to a player that's more deserving. And I think the missing of Kyle Ming would be a bit of a concern. Pagan, lots of people show up unfit for Jamaica. They break down after 5-10 minutes, hobbling and hiding. The leader asked me, Raheem Harper, what's my take on him? Raheem Harper was progressing well at West Bromwich Albion. West Bromwich Albion was in the Premiership. He's in their ranks. West Bromwich Albion tends to produce good players. He's a sound CDM, but he hasn't taken Ipswich Town in League One by storm. So I have a concern about that. That would be my take. But a decent player. What do I think of Jimenez? Andrew Nicholson-Smith, maybe never hear my brother, but I just said that Jimenez, I would have included him as a right back. I think he's one for the future. Quite impressed with the young man. The couple of red cards that he got in the JPL, that comes with being young and brash and rash. But a good coach would be able to temper that. But I have a lot of time for Jimenez. A lot of time for Jimenez. I'm telling you this. Nicky Murray, Cavalier CDM, no. Kevin Isaacs, are you mad? The leader. Go watch the USA game 4-1 and go watch the Japan tour game. Kevin Isaacs. Kevin Isaacs. Like, seriously? Like, seriously though, bro? No. Ricardo Thomas Waterhouse. Not when we have a man like Tyreek Mitchell who is eligible. Go get Tyreek Mitchell. All right, Tennessee Lewis. Ball occur stress out. The man that talk about all this. If just I wonder if Nicholson are gonna play, but they tell him just relax. The man stress out. Be stress out, dog. Your baller take me on, your baller girl take me on and put me up on our WhatsApp. Cataract. You know, Buju Bantan said cataract sound is big and cataract sound is large. Yes, Andrew, the USA game, you do a lot to come back. And the truth is, I'm not going to only judge him about the USA game. They're never too good in the EPL either. In the JPL, it's never too good. So it's just not that game. Because I've given players pass in that game, you know what I mean? Pinnock and those guys. But if you're going to beat Pinnock for that game, then how you just name Kevin Isaacs? No, sir. Mr. Dimension, I wouldn't say the only player. I'd say I'd wait to see the USA, I'd wait to see the Peru game and make my judgment there. So I'm going to give everybody a clean slate and allow the youth them to express themselves. Not really about result, but result will damage your ranking. But the truth is that's quality level opposition, and you should be defeating them if you want to be able to talking about going to the World Cup. And since some man said that these players are the greatest thing since sliced bread and call for them name, then we clearly should be beating Peru easily. Okwasa Chung is a prospect. That's how I would put it. He's a prospect, and I'm willing to give him the opportunity. I applaud his call up as the. I believe if you have any sort of developmental squad, and if you're going to look at players, then certainly the top scorers in your league should be in that squad. I think I don't want us to go back to the days of Jeremy and Tuffy Anderson when he was the leading scorer and just not in the squad, or even in and around the squad. I don't think that's fair. Leonard Rankin from Mount Pleasant, don't know much about him. So I'm gonna say that. Kaim Paris, I want to see him. Okay. No, I can't say whenever I watch him impress me, because when I watch him have some difficulty with the next youth, an decent youth, linking up with him attacking midfielder. In the got like a goal drought spurt and missing some chances. So I can't say every game, but he's a prospect. That's what I would say. He's a prospect. And I have no problem. I applaud him being called into the side. They can't hold back Paris from coming to the Mexico game, but they can hold him back from coming to the friendly. But when you league off your number now. Joey Desart, we went through his stats earlier, Lulu. We went through his stats. A bit ordinary to me, if you ask me. A bit ordinary stats. But again, I think Joey Desert should have been in this side. That's the other at Hacker expense. I mean, we know what Javon Watson can do. So Joey Desert should be the youth. Let us see Joey Desert and Kevin Lambert, USL and MSL in a combination. Lock the world. I remember the USL is a big league. Number 30 or 31. Man is man. I'm calling you out. You know what's the matter for this? Go on with madness. Rankin will have to speed up his play, or he will have some problem as Isaacs against international football for me. Didn't catch my eyes, and I can't say I know the player, so I don't talk about it, no. Yeah, man, Lulu, no problem. I have no problem going over that. Paris are going to show up people. Who need to show up people is you. You need to show us the 2 CDMs. That's what you need to do. I wish all the players play well. I wish they give the coach a dilemma in selection. Stan Kroenke, still have the bling bling thing. Brand new, you know. Brand new, you know. Brand new. No, it is just a bite because I'm start talk about Blaze and them things. I'm go shop them. I go shop them. Big up Stan Kroenke. Is that the only thing you love, Stan? You don't love my simmer down approach, my articulate delivery? All you can talk about a man Gams. You don't like my 162 likes from 181 people watching? Those are the high percentages. That's what we need to talk about. Coach, not even you get them percentage likes, you know, when you are also showing a coach. I tell you, I'm like the Ravel Morris of this thing. My stats are just off the charts in terms of my you know, yeah. And it's the 14 people when I like the video and the 19, you know, I go find you know. Here, I go find you know. I go check the analytics and find you know. You think you can ramp with man thing? Where I come from? What I feel like? There you go. There you go. You're going into my territory now. Okay, which territory? Talk to me, Jaros. Talk to me. The 2 grays. Look left, it's Damari. Look right, it's Andre Gray. Goal in. Oh, bam. I feel good. I'm really excited about Damari Gray. Saddened to hear about Holgate and Kyle Walker-Peters. I'll try again. White territory? Why? What white territory am I entering? I haven't said anything off the cuff. And these Russian people, who said it? The Boza? This is a Russian inside there. Boza said it. Boza, are you that, brother? I said, because if it be football of the year. No, Anthony Grant can't be football of the year. Anthony Grant just joined in September. But I'm glad you have me on your mind. Be careful. Your baby girl has to be on her mind. Your boo has to be on her mind. That's not safe. Not cataract. Me a selector, brother. Remember. I make a ball. Like up the live now. Like up. Let me see the likes them move. Then I give you some more news. 174 likes, 190 watching. So people, we also told you that Isaac Hayden will miss the next 2 months. 26-year-old midfielder. Right? His knee is now in a cast. Right? So January and February he's likely to miss. Okay. So and most people in the Newcastle Ultras are saying that a couple of them say, I think Isaac Hayden's time at the club is probably coming to an end. Never been convinced he was good enough in possession to go to the next level. Yeah. So, and then he's been getting into a bit of fights with the people that's not looking good. Let me tell you about the Chronicle. Isaac Hayden warns Newcastle players won't be pushed out to make room for January signings. Not the kind of thing you want to be. Isaac Hayden has warned Newcastle players won't be pushed out to make room for signings. Newcastle are closing in on the signing of Kieran Trippier. Newcastle will have to make room in their 25-man squad for any new arrival, which means either selling players on, loaning them, or worst case scenario, keeping them on even though they won't be able to play for the first team. Understand? So I don't know why you'd be getting into a tit for tat with his thing, right? You know? So they're saying that the player can go in January. They're not in the personal side. He has kids going to school and his wife is settled there and he just bought a house. Right? So I think Isaac Hayden might be on the chopping block there. That's what I think. Let me see. Trippier you're reporting that fresh guard. Thank you for that report. Gray is the best acquisition. Yes, it feels like an acquisition. It feels like a big name signing. Very true. The leader. You guys need to call Taylor Hart. Set him up for 2024. Tarek McGee is on the bench. No, not on the bench. He's not in the squad at UPenn. So, there you go. So, the news of Davis. The news that Isaac Hayden knee is in cast. The JFF did not know that because, it's the Ray man them that have to keep things. So you guys keep talking these names. You come on our channel, you pick up these names, and then you start spouting them out your mouth, but you don't do one bit of research. So we are telling you that Isaac Hayden can't play in this World Cup qualifier. Okay, bro? Cataract just did. And also that Jordan Cousins and Kevin Stewart are also out for a similar length of time. Good. Carl and Grant at West Bromwich, I do not know. I've been trying to check that youth. I don't know. I know is. I need to check back Grant again. Come that link if it's a cousin, but I don't really know him because he's from Huddersfield side, Him transferred from Huddersfield to West Brom. I don't know if he might be half Ghanaian. Somebody told me he was Ghanaian. So I don't know, and I don't like to talk about things that I don't know, really and truly. He has a part Ghanaian name, Ohene Grant. That is actually his name, Aheame Grant. He has a double barrel name, so I don't know, really and truly. I've been trying to find out about this youth, you know what I mean? But I understand his mother is Scottish. His mother is Scottish, so he can play for Scotland. Right? So there you go. So So tell me what you think. Let me see if I can answer any more questions. So the news is that David Davis's passport is close, and that the Mary Grace passport, I'm told, is in the FedEx bag. But David Davis has his citizenship. That's what I'm told. So it's just the passport to come. Yeah, true that stand, but I'm a bit depressed about this thing though. It just seems like every man identify as a possible CDM, they have some season-ending injury. It get to me. Yeah, he only about David Davis for CDM, but David Davis has some weaknesses. Let me just tell you that, my brother. Because I tell you straight up, David Davis is not the Messiah. He is not the Messiah. He's a piece in the puzzle, but he ain't the Messiah at CDM. Now, Lewis Baker, he's the Messiah. Dwayne H. Yeah, man, may have information. The things that I can't say, but I'm told that it was not a coach desk report. Let me just say that it was not a productive thing. Ian Campbell, he's playing in the same league that Grant was playing at last year. Sorry, not even last year. 6 months ago. They were both in the same league 6 months ago. And we know why Swindon Town were relegated. Both financial matters and the fact that their two centre-backs got season-ending injuries. Mr. Dimension. No, Damian Lowe is not playing in the midfield. I'm not going there with you. I like the front line of Andre Gray, Antonio, and Demari. I like that front line. I understand that Kevin Roof's still injured. But I like that front line. But I'm not going with the whole Damian Lowe business in our midfield. I'm not. Better you try Liam Moore there, but you can't tell me that. No. Based on your statistics, Shamar drew cataract. Shamar would be in the side. I would not drop Shamar Nicholson from the side. No. Grant has more with Ian Hibbert. I asked you pleasantly because I don't want to just rub you out like that, brother. I told you again. How can Grant 65% aerial duel, 65% ground duel success versus 50% and 40 something percent? How is he have more weakness than David Davis? Where you get that from? Brother, just easy, dog. Please. Please. They make me not have to go rough up the man thing. Brother, just go easy, man. You never see Grant get 2 yellow cards in one season yet. And the season halfway. Don't do that something there. David, good for Jamaica, and I think he will come in and help us, but not weakness. Grant's only weakness is his age, and he has slowed down. His legs have slowed down. I don't know. I don't think Mitchell was not contacted. Start. I doubt if Kyle Walker-Peters is reacting in that way, I doubt that Redmond is going to come because it's Southampton thing. It looked like we rubbed somebody the wrong way. Tyreek Mitchell was not contacted. Wesley Hall, Team Cataract. Big up. You know the old Team Cataract. I see Cyan Boy in here. So I see Phil James or Phil Jones. I see one in here. Yeah, man. Owen, that is very true. Jamaicans, we don't like the hard tackle. We like the hard tackling, bus lace kind of thing. Pinnock is a refined man. But Pinnock has made everybody look stupid, including Baller Kerr, who told us that the man can't play in a back four, can only play with on the left side. He's playing on the right side of a back three now. Yes, he's eligible. I do not know if he would be interested. Ben Lloyd O'Connor, Ben Johnson, West Ham. Yes, he's Jamaican. He's eligible, but I don't know if he'd be interested. Mikel Antonio can take up that one. Tell me what stats you have, Ian Hibbert. You just chat and say you have stats. Tell us what the stats is. Type the stats. Tell me what stats you're talking about. Because I just told you he has a 76% passing accuracy versus 86% for Grant. He's less successful at ground duel, less successful at aerial duel. He has less blocks, less clearances. What are you talking about, though, Dan? He commits more fouls. He doesn't win as many fouls as Grant. Tell me one statistic in which David Davis is better than Anthony the Judge Grant. I defy you. CDM make for tech card. Okay, so red cards are a good thing. Name me one statistic in which David Davis is better than Anthony Grant. Period. Andrew Smith, I don't want to take the man because them want to keep Team Cataract man them unruly and them something there. 4 likes to 200. Hey, 4 people just go around quick and fast. I like the thing before I get dark and billions inside there. So, hey, Stacey Ann, how are you this Happy New Year? Blessed New Year. I get like an ear on Stacey Ann, so you have to talk to me, you know. I'm coming in Florida in January, you know. Look like in the end of January, but a man try to trick me and book me for a event, you know. Up in Washington, D.C. there for the 3rd. I'll be for that on the 2nd of January, 2nd of February. What about it? I mean, people almost take the deposit. You know. I will catch myself. I say, brown dog. So when you see me turn down booking date because of Reggae Boyz. Nobody trick me for New Year, Stacey. Don't trick me for New Year. Again, I'm calling out the GFF. I know you have your people inside here. Tell us how much it is to go on a charter flight and where the tickets. And I try to tell you about the $1,000 if I go on a charter flight like I take man for Kunumuno. Right? Please don't. Because $400 and something for go through. But you have to go through Miami and then they have some little thing where it can't work out because right? Please don't do it. Right? And Copa Airlines only fly 2 times a week. So yeah. Give me the statistics that he's a better tackler, my friend. Oh God, must I do this? Why you make me embarrassed, man? Why you do that for? You want me to? He's a better tackler? He has conceded 17 fouls from 32. 17 fouls versus 32 tackles made. Grant committed 2 fouls over 10 tackles made. So for every 10 tackles, Grant committed 2 fouls. Just go easy, dog. He's not a better tackler. Don't put up your stats. I don't want to chat in Ian Ibert. I don't want chattings. He's not a better CDM than Anthony Grant. But he is capable for Jamaica. So don't do that. Can you make me have to just expose something? Don't. Digga. No, not a bad baller, not a bad footballer. I'm just telling you that. Yeah, but levels to this thing. Let me even go even further. He's not a better CDM than Kevin Stewart. Period. Oh God, he's gonna go better at ball interception. You really want to go there? You sure you really want to go there? You sure? All right. Sure. Oh Lord. Oh boy. Let us go to last season when they were both in the same league. Right? You made me do this. I did not want to do this, but you made me do this, and I'm going to just turn a little thing. Oh boy. Coach, in comes a screen because I just have to just all right, so let me get to share Let me share a screen with you. Because you just, why not, you know, I have no career, you know. That me I tell you, you know. Let me even fix up some more because I really going to just deal with it, billions. And then I'm going to take some more comments, right? Man man's just like just creating stuff though. Okay. Coach, here we go. So this is last season. Anthony Grant was playing for Swindon Town, who were relegated, right? Let me take out Jury Desert, you know, in this. Let me take this out. Right. And people, when you look at things that are in green, you see these things in green here, that means that you have a better statistic than the other players. So this is a comparison. So Ian Hibbert, may I make the people them buckle you. No, you not send me where to put you. Me I tell you where my stats there. Argue with my stats. The thing in a green mean it better. Games played. David Davis played 21. Anthony Grant played 32. 33. David Davis played 1,300 minutes, 1,333 minutes. Anthony Grant played 2,760 minutes. David Davis played 21 games, start 14 games. That means he never start 7 games. Anthony Grant started 31 of 32 games. That means he didn't start only 2 games, he never start. Right? Touches, 848 to 1,721. Ball recoveries, 107 to 187. Possession loss, 205 to 305. But remember that he played less games. That's the first time you see any statistic come up near there. As a matter of fact, I'm going to do it per 90 minutes. No, let me do it per total. I want to do it per 90. Let's go per 90. Right? So he had 50, right? So we are going to look on it now, right? So he recovered 7.3 versus 6.1. Anthony Grant lost possession 10 times. David Davis lost possession 14 times per game. Right? Goals, Anthony Grant at 0.1. He scored a headed goal. He scored a right-footed goal. Conversion rate, 27%. 0 to David Davis. He never scored no goal, nothing. 0.4 shot, right? In case you don't understand that. But let's go to the chances. So he created 0.5 chance versus 0.2. So there you go. Shot accuracy, 45% for Granty, 20%. Right? I'll do that something there. Passing. Grant attempts 44 passes per game. Digger, 40 passes. Digger complete 30. Grant complete approximately 36 passes per game. 6 more passes per game. Passing accuracy 76 for Digger, 81 for Grant. Long passes 5.2 for game, Grant 6.4. Successful long passes 3.1 versus 4.1. Right? Accuracy 65 versus 63. Right? Crosses, that's the category that he winning. He won in crosses. 0.7 crosses versus 0.1. Layoff 0.3 to 0.2. That's negligible. Passes in, right? You go all the way. Boom, bam, bam. 14.3 to 14. Same amount of forward pass per game. 7.7 back pass. More back pass than Anthony Grant. 6.7. One more back pass per game. Right? And there you go down the line. There's nothing in there. Let's go to tackles. 2.1 versus 1.6. Right? Duels contested 12.5. Come down. Fouls. He commits twice as many fouls in tackles than Grant. Grant commits 0.5. He commits 1 foul per tackle. Right? take on. Fouls 1, Grant win 2.5 fouls every game. That's approximately 3 a game. He win 1.6. Fouls conceded. Nearly 2 fouls per game him concede. Grant concede 1 foul per game. Right? And you go down the line. It's not there, brother. Right? 2, 1.4. Blocks, 0.4. So, it's not there. It's not there. And he gets more cards than Grant. Right? When you look at the total now, you just see say a totally different something. Right? Come down the line. Beer as it did so. Ground Jewel 203 to 113. 64% to 52% success. Aerial Duel, okay, 56 to 52. He had more success in aerial duel percentage wise. Right? 23 clearance versus 59 clearance for Grant. 29 interception versus 41 interception for Grant. 3 block versus 12 block for Grant for the whole season. Come on, bro. Not try it, brother. Not try it. It not gonna work. It not gonna work. You make me have to do that. Yeah. No. Yeah, Ian Campbell, yes, they are better than what we have, but there's no way. Nobody can. It no maths out, brother. Me just go through the stats and show you that. It's not even close. But David is better than what is around here, and I think he can come and hit the ground running. So welcome him. Welcome David Davis. But don't bring through the ball and I try it. We don't have the stats to prove it. We don't do El Padrino, welcome the buckle boss, Minister of Defense. Yeah, man. Oh, you mean cow you down? You don't have no stats to show, brother. Adapt me, I tell you, if you want to go back every season, you're going to end up in I see him discombobulation. Because we can go back to when Grant did there Shrewsbury. Because some of the players are still there. So we can show you how the both of them play with the same squad. With basically the same set of players around them. Are you going to see the same thing? Just easy, no, brother. Obviously, he's younger than Anthony Grant, so his legs him have more than him legs. But when Grant was 30, him couldn't dare anyway in a conversation. Where you get that from? Chill, man. Make El Padrino them have a fling buckle. Opta index. That's what I use. Opta index. You tell me a better one. Them I do. Hold your buckle them, man. Man, them deal with it like how them they deal with Jay Taylor. You El Padrino, how you have time for your heel up, man, when you have your fling buckle? Man, let me lose all concentration, I think, brother. Let me see if anybody had any sensible questions. Keep pressing the like button, people. Yeah, but you don't have any stats. You haven't put up any stats. You just keep talking about the stats that you have. You just keep talking, my bro. Put up the stats. Bring them up. Just type them in and just show with it. Slap way. You think this is when coach up on here? So we're not think there. There are areas in which David Davis is better. No, let me not. I'm not saying that there's no area in which David Davis is better than Anthony Grant. There are a couple of areas. And you saw them in the green. So I can't deny that. But look at the majority of green upon Anthony Grant's side. So just go easy. There's a couple of areas. Yeah, nothing wrong with that. But the two are Jamaicans, so big them up. Okay, what was Cranky's question? There was a lot of bottles fling in Tennessee. I couldn't see it. Papa. He had less unsuccessful short passes than Grant. He had a better take-on percentage than Grant. That is beating people by 1. So me not hide. And his aerial duels, his percentage aerial duels was better than Grant. He had 56 to Grant's 52, right? That's it. And his team conceded less goals. He had one less yellow card than Grant. Grant had 3, he had 2. Those are the areas. And crossing, he attempted 10 crosses and Grant attempted 1. His crossing where you see the green. And his long ball accuracy was 1% better than Grant. Although it's only 50 long passes and Grant had 124 successful long passes. So that's easy. He lost the possession less than Grant, but he played less games. So I a bit more careful with it. So yeah, man. Yeah, man, we cheer for them, Brian Burke. They're Jamaicans. You get that ball occur, they are yard man. What you say about yard man again? Did I say something about yard man? Okay, fine. Let me bring it back up. Okay. Let me share it again. I am transparent. Me not drop nothing in I migla night. Anything me say, me transparent with what me say. Here we go. Share. Coach, put it up again because we have a controversy. So we have to sort this out, coach. When coach bring it up, we'll count. Okay, so here we go. This is Anthony Grant. This is David Davis. So they both are in terms of the Opta stacks. The Opta says that they are both equal, right? 10-10, right? They're both equal. Green for Davis, 1. I could count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So 11 green for Davis, and for Anthony Grant, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35. So Grant is better in 35 categories. David Davis is better in 11 categories. There you have it, people. You need anything else? 35 categories to 11. And some of the categories that David Davis is better in is irrelevant. Like, we're not expecting our CDM to cross the ball. I hate that. Question answered. They were playing in the same league. Anthony Grant was playing on a far worse team because his team was relegated. Anything else? Rest the case. No, let's move on. Yes, I'm not beating him at all, but I'm pointing out he has strengths and he has weaknesses. And I'm saying to you, I'm welcoming David Davis to the Reggae Boyz. Come home to Jamaica, David Davis. Come home. Come home. Forward, come. That's for the coach to decide. If I'm bringing Hector back, it's in the center back. I'm not bringing Michael Hector back as a CDM. I agree that Turgot should have been called up for the game. The inaccurate, the inconsistencies in the JFF's approach is alarming. Welcome, David Davis. Yeah, man. No, David Davis cannot play attacking midfield DJ. he can definitely not play attacking midfield. He has never played attacking midfield in his life. CDM, defensive midfielder or central midfielder? Yes, but in the same way that, okay, back, tell me which other category shouldn't count. Okay, back passes shouldn't count. These are successful back passes. So even these, so if you have to turn the back, it must count, because you must count how many times they successfully completed a back pass. You want your CDM to be giving away back passes, Stan Kroenke? Yeah, but remember, I'm not throwing any baby out with the bathwater. We need a pool, MPEC. No, it never show any heat map at all. Okay, let me help you guys. Let me help you guys. David Davis don't have any heat map showing up. I'm gonna bring up his heat map. There's no problem at all. This is the program. And let me look and see how much people there. 181 watching, 212 like, when Cataract there, the likes them up. You understand? Cataract there, the likes them have up, brother. And another joke thing. All right. Let me share this heat map. So you just put it to bed. Because at the end of the day, all Jamaica, we wish the best for them. So it's a fight against thing. We just have to give the raw facts. Okay. Whenever coach is ready, we can get the thing there. So show me where in this heat map is there any attacking midfield. He does not even approach the 18-yard box. Most of his work is done in his half, and the rest of the work is done between the halfway line and the 30-yard line. He doesn't even come in. I mean, that's not an attacking. Show me where in there is an attacking midfielder. I'll be interested to find out where people think that there's an attacking midfielder present. He had a very good game at 8.1 and a 7.3 the 18th of December and the 26th of December. So that's good. And if you look here, you can see 43 touches per game, 0.43 passes. His accuracy is 76. But in the opposition half, it's only 73% accurate. His long ball accuracy is only 55%. His chip pass is 50%. 1.7 tackles per game, 2 interceptions per game, 0.1 possession 1, dribbled pass 0.7 times per game, 1.5 clearances, early to shot, early to goal, not there. So there you have it. Was fouled less than 1 time per game, and he's fouling at a rate of 1.5, and he's losing possession 9.5 times, approximately 10 balls per game. Times per game he loses possession. Aerial duel win 48%, ground duels 50%. I told you that already. And you need to be winning balls, winning the ladder. So welcome, David Davis. And when you come to Jamaica, you accentuate your strengths and work on your weaknesses. Mr. Dimension said only 2 Jamaican-born players will start in the Mexico game. Please don't send Shatter to Bellevue tonight. I'm sorry some of these guys were not here before the situation developed into this. Yeah, when we were had a chance. Yeah, man, I agree. Eddie Vision, throw him in the pool. Sink or swim. I agree with you, Eddie Vision, 1,000%. Wesley Hall, Team Cataract, still a blaze of fire, Wesley Hall. Never give up. Respect you. I want my G them. 27, some nice amount of white rum I got beat, and KFC I got link, and the good high grade I go smoke. You know, our section go straight ultras, offline. Turn up, we don't sit down and watch ball game. That's the thing there. So people, all I will say. So I've done the whole thing. I've given you news about Isaac Hayden doing a knee surgery and being in cast. And I've said to you that Anthony Grant called me on New Year's Day and he sounded pretty excited about David Davis. Said he's a good player. We'll be happy to play alongside him. But, you know, I always have love for Speedy Williams' style of play, you know. So, yeah, man, South Korea. It's a fit bun. Jamaica, this you feel like we come from. Big up Karumi. Big up Chemo. Yeah, man, they come in my place and see how we run the ultras, brother, and see how we run this thing, brother. Yeah. You understand? No, man, Speedy is a good player. Speedy is a good player. If Fish come from river bottom and tell us a shot down there, I have to believe him. And Anthony Grant come from the river bottom and tell me, say, boy, Speedy, like one of the best midfielders he has played with in his entire career. Yeah, them family must call me dog. Yes, him and Ravella very cool. Yes. But not as a defensive midfield partner up in the attack. Yeah, but Grant and Ravella are very cool. They have a lot in common, same kind of problems in life. David Davis is in better form. Grant is not playing. Let me say this, come closer and say this for Ian Campbell. David Davis is in better form because he's playing. Grant's on the bench. All right, people. You know, so I'm going to overstay my welcome. You know, 222 likes. Thank the people for the likes. Right? I agree with you that he needs to move from the USL. Granted, did try or put him same comfortable down there, Papa. Him same comfortable. You see it? Lady Doreen Brown, you know, so one of them real mama them for Team Cataract. You see what I say? So it thing go. Yeah, real mama for the whole thing. Joel Smith, bless up yourself. Thanks for the blessing and same blessing to you and your family. You see what I say? I'll wait until I see him come and train, and then I'll tell you. That's why I welcomed him into the squad. But your logic is not working, Ian. Your logic is not working. Okay? You try to get me to say that Davis is a better CDM than Grant. That's not working. He's playing regularly now. So we haven't seen Grant to see what stage is it. It could be good for Grant because he doesn't have any much wear and tear on the older legs. So it might work out just fine for us. Boy, that's above my pay grade, yeah, Warren Webster. That's above my pay grade. Don't duck on that. That is just 3 live ones. Oh, God. Living in Jamaica. Every day the same. I don't know what championship, but I'm sorry, they can do League One. Definitely. At age 29, I don't. Yeah, championship player. On the lower level championship clubs. But I'm certain a man like Darren Moore would have taken him in at Sheffield Wednesday. Comfortable. If a man is comfortable, he's comfortable. I can't fight him. But let's see what I go on now. So people, 5 more minutes for the 2.5 hours and then we'll call it a night. You know, it says midweek. Respect to all of the fans. Then remember, sure you hit the like button. Make sure you hit the subscribe button if you're not a subscriber. 151 watching and 225 likes. You know, it's a cataract break the record. You understand me, I say? Most players, when they get the US dollar, them not really, they're comfortable. They can take care of their family. So happy for those players. People. I don't see Teddy Lee, where the people boss there. Warren Webster, Blazer thing, Brian Brown. So when they name the squad for the qualifiers, if the Peru game is a few days before the Mexico game. I don't know when they'll name the squad, my friend. I don't know. They probably will drop the squad after the Peru game. Big up Warren Webster. God bless you, the whole Canada, T-Dot, up in the 6 Raptors country. So people, another 3 minutes. Thank you, Lloyd O'Connor. It was a pleasure. Yeah, well, US dollars green card holder Andrew Smith, team cataract, one eye little captain in I think, you understand? People, we need JFF, we need the ultras, we need to know what is the arrangement for us to get to Panama and putting it out on this platform. Same way on carry the news when we beat them and tell such man say we don't rate them yet. And yeah. Calling the man like the time when I tell you say marketing manager peasant and 1 minute later on a call and tell me if I retract it. So just call in and call the contact and tell them to tell me how they think I go for the ultras. Because we are going to Panama and the Reggae Boyz are not walking alone into that stadium in Panama. At least 1 or 2 big reggae flag about day up there. Yes, I have to rate Boz's ambition. And he has stepped up from the Belgian league to the Russian league, which is a higher league. Wish him all the best. Warren Webster said Jamaica. So people, big up El Padrino, the Battle Gang, Minister of Defense. K-Man known, big up man. Welcome to the Ultras, Kimo. Up there and I stand and all that something they go, but K-Man want big camera, brother. She don't know paparazzi though. K-Man a real paparazzi. You see, big up Sir Richard Smith, aka Tiddlywinks, aka David Radigan. Big up yourself. For them fans now come, but we are go. And you better make sure we can go in a game part of delegation, ramping thing with this bro. Where I'm from. Don't link up. Yo, I'm sorry, say game out. I couldn't have no fans because we don't link up a yard man them upon them all. Whole of with that plan for go there. So you think a 1 and 2 Jamaican flag with the plan for see? A whole heap of ICI and Eagle go over there, and get youth. Okay, that me I tell you now. Yeah, no response for that. Devon Porter. Yeah, play without fans, but we are part of the delegation, bro. Remember, some of my media person, some of my God has media. But I ramp with nobody. Nothing can keep me away from this. Straight Reggae Boyz, straight ultra thing. Man, I have to see and know what I go on. You understand? Crazy thing for 27 chemo. Crazy thing. Them think a 1 and 2 buckle. A crazy thing, man. That me I tell the man. Big up Lulu. Thanks you. Respect. You know, panelist of the year. You know. Thanks for your vote, Lulu. Devon Porter. Big up yourself. You go wider, I mean, Devon. But remember, say Cataract is still here. But serious, I judge me there upon them ramping thing, people. Thing there. Yeah, man, 50 members of the media. Whole of I get media pass. That me I tell you, I run joke, brother. Where I come from. Yeah, man, enough Jamaican, man. Enough Panamanian. Enough Panamanian link, man. Enough Panamanian link. When I say we go there, so when Paulo one chop. Paulo one chop? Paulo one chop? Yeah, Paulo one chop. One chope. One chope as they call it. No, it's Costa Rica. That was Costa Rica I went for one chop. Went and watch one chop. So the Panamanian them come across when we did play in Costa Rica in a 98. Lots of Panamanians came across Jamaican, black like me, and you talk patois. They come from the coastal part, the Caribbean Sea. Yeah, man, as you remember in the game, so it's a Costa Rica game, but the Panamanians came across because that was an important game. We had good support, decent support when I stand. Diddy M. Well, I go on with G. Lashane Black, what formation should we implement? No, I'm just an ultra brother. Anything the coach want to do, I'm good with that. Anything the coach want to do, I'm good with. Anything. Because him job. My job is done. You see what I say? Well, coach, pristine. Big up. Thank you very much. Eagle Republic. Limon. Yes, Limon. That's the name of the place. And the Caribbean Sea. Beer, patois and beer, cloth and them something they are cheap. You feel like they are any Coronation Market. You see what I say? Coach, style and flavor. Anytime you're ready. So, me are telling the people, stay safe.
Your style and your flavor make the city rock. They must say the season come out with a bang. Coach Minzy, best round here. Remember that.